All right, what's good? What's good, man? Let's get into it. I want to, make this little documentary. You know what I'm saying? This video is going to be a lot longer than what this is for my real OG fans. This is for people who come across my videos, whatever the case may be, because I'm going to be making a lot more videos. Well, I want to say a lot more. I have two videos on deck just like this, one about basketball and one about football. Let me know if you guys are interested. Let me in the comment section, just let me know if you're interested in this type of stuff, whether it's a new fan, old fan, whoever. But I want to do something like this. It's summertime. NBA's about to be NBA's over. The NFL's over, and I'm assuming none of you guys really care about boxing, UFC, or baseball. So something like this is something a little to keep you over, whatever the case may be. But I had video ideas like this, and let's just get into it. The dark secret of the NBA, right? Now, the NBA has a very dark secret about it. I'm just going to get right to it. And I've alluded to this in my streams. They have an agenda against Black Americans. They have an agenda against Black American-born players. And I know that might be shocking. I know that might be, very hard to believe, I would say. And I want to make this distinction for all any wokey wokes, pro-blacks, anything like that. When I say American Black players, Joel Embiid, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis Antetokounmpo are not Black. They are not Black, or at least Black Americans. And I'm going to explain that later in the video. But all you woke and pro-blacks who think you're so smart, I want to let you in on a little secret. Giannis doesn't consider himself Black. He said on multiple occasions he's Greece. Joel Embiid, literally, he's Cameroonian. He said it on multiple occasions. He would rather play for France than America. He's not a Black American. SGA is from Canada. He played for Canada. He is not Black. I want to get that through your skulls before I go into this video, because I'm going to make a lot of points, and, I don't need the pro-blacks and the wokey wokes in my comment section dumbing up the conversation. You feel me? So the NBA clearly has a problem with current blacks. You know what I'm saying? American blacks. You feel me? Like there is a clear agenda. I want to keep this in mind. The last time an American won the MVP, and you might remember this from yesterday, but it's kind of long. It's about to be a decade. It's James Harden back in 2017 or 2018, 2018, whichever one of those years. Yeah, no, it's 2017, because Russ won in 2016, then Harden won in 20. So it's been what? Dang near 7-8 years since an American won it, and I wonder why. I really wonder why that happens. I really wonder why that type of stuff happens. You feel me? And just to further my point, and this is how you know this is a documentary. I'm pulling out my screen, bro. I'm pulling out the screen for this one. Hakeem Olajuwon back in the 90s was pushed as the face of the NBA when Michael Jordan retired or quit back in 94, right? You had guys like Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Shaquille O'Neal, a rookie Shaquille O'Neal in the league, yet they're pushing Hakeem Olajuwon. What they call him? The Nigerian? Hold on. Let me look this up before I make a complete idiot of myself. Hakeem Olajuwon. Yeah, he's what is he? Yeah, he's Nigerian. He's not American. He's Nigerian. Which it is what it is. I really don't care. But they try to push Hakeem Olajuwon as the face of the league. Not the best player, the face. There's a difference between the best player in the league and the face of the league. They try to push him as the face of the league. It didn't work. The ratings stunk. You feel me? And they had to beg Michael Jordan to come back. But that's just one example of this, okay? That's just one example of this, all right? I want to look up a certain player right now. Steve Nash. Everybody knows who Steve Nash is. He's the famous point guard, top 5 point guard, maybe even top 10 point guard of all time. Steve Nash, the failed coach for the Brooklyn Nets. Get this off my screen. Get this off my screen. Get this off my screen before I get copyright. Dang. That's how you know. That's how you know I'm beating the narrative, bro. They gotta do this dumb stuff. But here's what it is. Steve Nash. Everybody knows Steve Nash. He was the point guard for the Phoenix Suns and some other teams that no one cares about. But Steve Nash won back-to-back MVPs. I want you to keep that in mind. Steve Nash has won back-to-back MVPs. He has more MVPs than Shaquille O'Neal, than Kobe Bryant, just than Allen Iverson. He twice as many as Dwayne Wade. Just keep that in mind, people. Keep that in mind. He has more MVPs than all those guys. He has more MVPs than Kevin Durant. He's tied with MVPs with Steph Curry. And people are going to be like, oh, RJ, you're just hating or whatever. Listen, this is not about me hating. This is just a fact. Let's look at his MVP year, all right? His MVP year, he had, I'm looking at his numbers right now. We're going to look at assist. We're going to look at assist. We're going to look at his, I'm not going to count his rebounds. He's a point guard. I don't care. I don't care as a point guard how many rebounds you get. We're going to look at his assist and points, okay? So in 2005, he had played 35 minutes. He had, where the hell is it? Oh, here we go, right here. He averaged 15 points. And where are the assists? Okay, here we go, right here. He had 11.5 assists. 11.5 assists, all right? 15 points, 11 points. He averaged a double-double. Fine, cool, whatever, right? But still, just keep that in mind. 11 for 15. In 2006, same year, 10.5, so about 11 assists again and 18 points. Okay, average a double-double both back of those years, right? Now I'm going to look up somebody. Let's look up the late, great Kobe Bryant. You feel me? Let's look up the late, great Kobe Bryant those years. Because I'm very interested to see. Oh, my gosh, bro. Yo, get this off my screen, bro. Let's look up the late, great Kobe Bryant. In those years, in 2005, Kobe Bryant averaged 26 points. Okay? He averaged, 26 points and assists. He averaged 6 assists, which for Kobe, that's good. For Kobe, that's good. I'm not going to lie. For Kobe, that's good. You feel me? So he averaged way more points and 4 or 5 less assists. And then the next year, he had 4.5 assists and 35 points. 35 points. That's, and Steve Nash won the MVP over Kobe Bryant? Are you serious right now? Are you serious? I want to look up someone else too. Shaquille O'Neal. Let's look up Shaquille O'Neal those years. Yo, bro, get this off my screen, bro. In 2000, this might have been when Shaq was a little washed out of his prime. So I'm looking for it. He's with the Miami Heat. So in 2005, right, Shaq had averaged 22 points and we're going to count, if we're talking about centers, I'm going to count their rebounds. And where's Shaq's rebounds? Shaq averaged, he averaged 7 rebounds a game? Well, total rebounds right here. He averaged 10 rebounds. He averaged a double-double just like what's his name? Steve Nash. In that year, I think he won the championship. He won the championship. Like, he won the championship that year. Like, that is beyond, ridiculous. That is beyond ridiculous how he averaged a double-double, yet it went to Steve Nash. What? In 2006, I think he was injured, so... But just looking at that right there, that is absurd. Beyond absurd how Steve Nash won it between Shaq and Kobe. I'm not going to count LeBron because LeBron was a rookie. I'm not going to go into, Allen Iverson. And people will say, well, RJ, what's the name? The record. Your record has more to do with your team than you. Your record has more to do with your team than you. I promise you, Steve Nash didn't have a Monty Stoudemire and all them boys. And wasn't Shawn Mary on those teams? He wouldn't be as successful as he was. He would not be as successful as he was. I stand by that. I really do stand by that. Yeah, he won the MVP over Shaq and Kobe. How ironic how the Black Americans who are putting up better numbers or the same amount of numbers get snubbed in the Canadian wins it. The Canadian wins it. In what world does that even make sense? In what world does that even make sense? That is beyond dumb and stupid. Beyond it. And I want to point, and people will be like, oh, RJ, you're picking on Steve Nash because he's a white Canadian, whatever. All you wokeities, all you idiots, whatever. You guys don't know anything. I don't like you. Get off my channel. Screw you. And I hope, let me stop. I want to monetize this. But just get off my channel. But let's bring it here. Now, I want to make this disclaimer. There's a reason why I made the distinction between the difference between a Giannis and a James Harden, between an American black and non-black, out of the country black, who don't even consider themselves black. Okay, so actually, matter of fact, since let's look up Giannis. So Giannis won the MVP in 2019 and 2020, bro. I swear. So Giannis in 2018, I think that was his year. Yes, 2018 had where's his numbers? We're gonna count. So for James Harden, we're going to count assists and points. For Giannis, we're going to count rebounds and points, okay, to even that out, because I really don't care how many assists Giannis averaged because he's a power forward. So it is what it is there. So he averaged 12 rebounds and 27 points his first MVP year. So 27 and 12. His second year averaged 13 rebounds and 29. So 29 points, 11 rebounds. Okay, for Giannis, I'm not even going to try to attempt his last name. James Harden those years put up, in my recollection, the same amount of points, if not better than Giannis. So in James Harden in 2008 had averaged 30 points, 30 points and 8 assists. 8 assists. Keep that in mind, people. The guy literally had, well, is this the correct year? Oh, wait, no. Wait, time out. This is not the correct year. My bad. This is the year right here. My bad. But that's still impressive. I ain't gonna catch. That's still impressive. But still, the dude averaged, he had better numbers than the year before. He went down in assists, but 7 assists and 36 points the year that Giannis won it. And then the year after that, he had 34 points and 7 assists. And Giannis won it over him? Now, I want to do something real quick. Let me go back to Giannis real quick. So I make sure I got that right. But I'm not trying to see Giannis's. Yo, bro, I swear to you, if this gets copyright, I'm going to be hot showing this dumb stuff. So this is the year, right? He averaged, oh my gosh, bro. Here we go, right here. Here we go. So, yes, I was correct. 27 points, 12 rebounds, and 13. So, in what world does Giannis win back-to-back MVPs when this dude, James Harden, literally outscored him by 9-10 points in one season, and then they're 5 to 6 points? And I looked up the stats. James Harden averaged, and we're counting it, 8 assists can equivalent to a lot of rebounds. But yet James Harden didn't get it over Giannis. You know why? Because the NBA has a problem with Black Americans. They're trying to phase out Black Americans. You black people, black dudes who were born in America, wake up. Wake up. They don't want you anymore. They don't need you anymore. Why do you think the NBA is becoming so global? Let's just look at a recent example. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, right? Who's one of my favorite players, even though he's been getting derided throughout this whole season. Well, actually, before we get into Shai, right? Joel Embiid is another example. Joel Embiid won the MVP? What the hell has he done that 1 year? And I was an advocate for Joel Embiid doing that, but at the same time, it's beyond a joke. It's beyond a joke. They pushed Joel Embiid over Jason at that time. What was this, 2022? At that time, they pushed Joel Embiid over Jason Tatum. who people like Jason Tatum more than Joel Embiid. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? In what world does that even make sense? Then Steph Curry, who won the championship that year. Matter of fact, actually, since it, let's look it up right now. Actually, let's look it up right now. Because I got time today. Oh, I got time. I literally have time today. Joel Embiid. Let's look up Joel Embiid's MVP year. And let's look at the numbers. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe Joel Embiid put up Wilt Chamberlain numbers and I'm just forgetting. You feel me? So Joel Embiid that season, where is it? MVP. He had 33 points, which is cool. 10 rebounds. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I gotta look up something. Jason Tatum. That 2022 year. Yo, bro. 2022. Jason Tatum had 8 rebounds, 26 points. Okay, not bad. But Jason Tatum beat him in the playoffs. Jason Tatum had a better seeding than Joel Embiid. And Jason Tatum played more games than him. Yeah, since y'all want to talk about records and stuff, the Boston Celtics, I think, had a better Yeah, the Boston Celtics did have a better what's the name? Regular season than him. You see the hypocrisy? When it comes to Steve Nash, people will discredit Kobe and Shaq's numbers and be like, he had a better record. But when it's the other way around, when Jason Tatum has a better record than Joel Embiid, we'll say, well, Joel Embiid has better numbers. Because I remember that year because Game 7 was in Boston. You only get home court advantage if you had a better seeding. And I remember the Sixers beat Boston in Boston Game 1. I remember that. So they had a better record. So I don't even have to look that up. Now, let me look up Steph Curry real quick. Steph Curry. Where's Steph at? 2022. Let me just see this because I don't remember off the top of my head. So he had 25 points and 6 assists. I mean, not good, but at the same time, I think he had a better record than him too. It's funny how when the record, isn't it convenient? People, wake up. Black Americans, wake up. Isn't it convenient how the Black American will have better stats and they'll give it to the non-American because he has a better record? But if it's reversal, what I just proved with Jason Tatum and what's his name? Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid didn't have a better record than Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum still put up 26 points and had 8 rebounds. That's still MVP numbers. Oh, well, Joel Embiid averaged 33 and 10. And Jason Tatum is the priority, right? And isn't it funny how, right? That same year, they elected to have for years, even before Joel Embiid won the MVP, people were saying there needs to be a game limit of how many games you have to play. Isn't it funny? They gave the MVP to Joel Embiid after they made the rule you have to play a certain amount of games. How convenient. How funny. How funny. Black Americans, wake up. You guys claim the NBA and basketball is your culture. Well, clearly they don't like you guys. They don't like you guys. And this comes back to my point with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I see a lot of Black Americans rooting for him. And he's a good player. He's one of my favorite. I know I'm taking a dump on OKC and SGA because I think he's a foul merchant. But I'm trying to tell you guys, Black Americans are getting shunned out of the NBA right in front of your face, and no one's talking about it. No one's talking about it. There's a reason why the NBA is going to China. They're going to all these other places. They don't want you anymore. They don't. It's been, what, 2018, 2019, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. And we're counting SGA this year because he's about to win it this year. It's been 7 years since Black American or American in general. But I promise you this. If Tyler Hero or Alex Caruso was putting up Joel Embiid numbers from 2022, they would give him the MVP. He's a white boy from America. Of course they would. Why do you think they hype up Tyler Hero to this day still? Like, come on, bro. There's a reason why there hasn't been a player to win back-to-back MVPs other than Larry Bird. So, like, at the end of the day, bro, you got to, people, wake up. Wake up. The NBA has a problem with Black Americans, bro. I'm not trying to make this a race thing. I'm just pointing out a damn fact. Someone has to say it. It might as well be me. it might as well be me. And even if this video doesn't get monetized, I'm still going to post this video just in case you guys like some stuff like this, because I have another documentary coming out. But I want to go back to one of my older videos, right? And I kind of, even with that, look at Lynn as a Knicks fan, right? Lynn Sandy was the gayest thing ever. And if you don't believe me, why don't you ask Floyd Mayweather? I hope this doesn't get copyrighted. Well, I'm going to go up on my channel, right? Maybe it doesn't because it's on my channel, but let me just look something up. Just give me 1 minute. Oh my gosh. Let me look this up. I don't know if I could play the video because I don't have the audio. Well, yes I can actually. Let me go back. Now I want you guys to listen very carefully because I called this out years ago. Literally called this out years ago, and I'm gonna call it out right now. I'm literally gonna call it out right now. Actually, I can do this. Just got to turn on my audio. Yo, share my screen, though. Oh, there we go. Listen very carefully. Turn this down a little bit. Hey, Floyd, what do you got to say about it, bro?
What did you say about Jeremy? I just said that Jeremy Lin was, I said Jeremy Lin was a good player. That's the first thing that I did say. I said, but all the hype is because he's Asian. We have black players that go out there and do that day in and day out, which is true. You know, I'm not going to say what particular players in the NBA, but when I spoke on the Jeremy Lin situation, a lot of NBA players came to me and called my phone and said, Floyd, thank you. You saying what we've been wanting to say all along. Right. You know, players got to be quiet. They can't say nothing. Why is it that black athletes, when they choose to...
Hey, Floyd said it. Floyd said it himself. At that time, Jeremy Lin had multiple people. Bro, Floyd said it there himself. He had a lot of NBA players going up to him saying, thank you for saying what we've been wanting to say. And keep in mind, Floyd Mayweather's, who's his friends in the NBA? LeBronjames, Kobe Bryant at the time, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, Jeremy Lin's teammate. Like, come on, bro. All black. Like, come on, man. Wake up. And even wokety wokes back then, American black dudes are trying to defend Jeremy Lin. For what? He don't like your black self. He don't like your black ass. What you defending Jeremy Lin for? Like, come on, bro. What are we doing here? And I don't know if you guys heard that audio or not, but I will. If anybody wants to link to that video, let me know in the comment section. There is a clear agenda against black Americans. You see it even this year. Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, both have #1 seeds. They're not even in the conversation. Listen, SGA deserves the MVP this year. There's no question about it. I'm not denying that. But the simple fact that Joker and Giannis were above Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell and even Jalen Brunson. All them dudes, they might not have been putting up the numbers that Giannis and Joker were, but once again, is it about record or is it about numbers? Which one is it? Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, and Jalen Brunson are putting up numbers too. Let's not act like Steve Nash was averaging 18 points a game. Dude was averaging 15 points a game. You gave him back-to-back MVPs. Jason Tatum, Donovan, and Jalen are putting up better numbers and have better records than Giannis and Joker. But you put them more above the ladder than Donovan, than Tatum, than Brunson. All them dudes are literally in the East, in top 3 seeds. But you put Giannis above him? I can semi-understand Joker. I can semi-understand it. Even though it's still hypocrisy, I can semi-understand it. Dude's averaging a triple-double as a center. I get that. I semi-get that. It's hypocrisy. It's BS. But I can understand that. But Giannis? Are you out of your dang mind? Above Tatum? Above Donovan? Above Jalen? And I'm not saying this because Donovan is my favorite player and Jalen Brunson is a Knick. I'm not saying that. I'm throwing Jason Tatum in there as well too. He's a Boston. I don't hate Tatum per se, but he's a Boston Celtic. I hate the Celtics. That's how you know I'm being unbiased. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? Like, someone has to say it. Someone has to say it, dog. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Black Americans, wake up. Wake up. Stop being woke. Stop being, doing. If you want me, be pro-Black American. be pro-Black American. Because guess what? Embiid, Giannis, Hakeem Olajuwon, SGA, they don't mess with y'all. They don't mess with y'all. Jamal Murray, they don't mess with y'all. Black Americans are in Black Americans are in black. There's a reason why LeBron James, Steph Curry, KD all play for Team America. They're not playing for Team Cameroon. They're not playing for all these other African teams because they don't care about y'all. But they play for Team America because they were born and raised. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference between Black Americans and non-Black Americans. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, wake up. Stop with this woke pro-Black stuff. Because this is where it gets you. And guess what? Wemby's going to win more MVPs than Jason Tatum, Jalen Brunson, than Donovan Mitchell, than Cade Cunningham, whoever the big star is. Paolo Banchero might win more MVPs than Anthony Edwards. Wake up. But, is that all I got to say? I think that's all I got to say, man. But, it is what it is. Once again, let me know if you guys like these. I have one more documentary in the chambers if you guys want me to release it. It's a football one, and I have another idea for another one. I have this one. This is a basketball one. I have another basketball one idea, and I have a football one too. So let me know if you guys want me to release them. I know this video is a lot longer. This is just something I want to do. If you go back up, if you were to go back to all the way to my old videos, I used to do videos like this. I kind of missed it. My schedule got busy and stuff like that, but I have time now. So, it is what it is. That's my thoughts. What are yours? RJ out.